Hey there. So what we have here is another LED controller for the day you're running lights on a car that's sold on Aliexpress. This one in particular is probably the most popular one. I can see that there is a lot of sales and discussion about this one. It's a really small one. It comes in two different versions. I'll show you the difference between those versions, but let's test it how it works on the bench here. So I connected the controller here to negative and positive terminal to a light here. The power supply is connected here. It comes from my bench power supply with the controller controlled voltage. It has an inline fuse here. So this thing, according to specification, it provides a power supply to a lights only when the voltage is above certain threshold. When your car is running, you are actually charging the battery and the voltage is above 13 volts. So 13 volts is the threshold that's set for this controller. When it drops below 13 volts, the controller here is going to shut off the lights. So the idea is that you connect this controller directly to the battery, and this is going to control whether lights are on or off. You don't have any switches. It's always connected to a battery. Power supply is constant. So let's raise the voltage above 13 volts and see where the threshold is. 12.6 volts. You see, on the input that we have a 12.6. Yep. So we'll raise the voltage. 13 volts. It did power it on. 13.2. Okay, so let me measure. Do we have any drop of voltage here? Not really. This is good. Okay, let me try again. So I'm lowering the voltage, 12.6 now. Let's see how long does it take for the controller to shut off the lights. In the meantime, I'm going to explain what this wire does. So these are coming with additional wire that can forcefully shut off the power supply for the lights. And it comes in two versions, as I said, for this controller. One is that cuts off completely the light, and when you provide 12 volts to this lead. The other one is not cutting it completely, it's actually just dimming it, lowering the voltage probably below 10 volts. So let's try again. Like, it shut off the light. I'm going to raise it to 13.5 volts, and now I'm going to connect this wire to 12 volts here. Yep, shuts off the light. So the idea is that you connect this to your main light in a car. So when you want to turn on the main lights, it's getting dark outside. You don't want the LEDs, bright LEDs for daytime to run. So you actually cut it off or you dim it. That's the idea behind this. These controllers have one major disadvantage. Like, I'm going to lower it to 12.6 again and see what the power consumption is for this controller when it's turned off. I think this is around 15 seconds or something like that. In specification for this on the seller site, you can see what the delay is. Okay, so it's turned off. I see in the power supply that it's not consuming anything when it's turned off, which is good. Some of those are actually consuming even when they're off, so meaning that they are draining your battery potentially. So let me raise it up to 13.6 again. Actually, I need it shut off. So there are, I actually lowered it to 12.6. We are going to wait for it to shut off. So to shut off the light, you can either break this connection or this connection, negative or positive. Usually what you want to do is break the positive one. You don't want the 12 volts to go through this wire up to a light. Why? Because a car's chassis is actually grounded. It's a negative terminal. So if you have any kind of damage to this wire and it gets in contact with the car's chassis, it's going to start either consuming, you're going to have a current leak, or you are going to have a short circuit. So this is turned off now, and I'm going to measure the voltage here between the negative that's coming directly from the power supply and the positive here. We want to see 0 here. So when I connect this, you actually see here a full voltage. So this controller is cutting off a negative terminal instead of positive one, and that's a major drawback. Otherwise it looks decent. So that's it. Thank you for watching.